to me every morning when my alarm goes off.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Idiots to Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and we are getting, I don't know why I just like phrased
We
it.
are getting.
I sounded like Chandler first season. But yeah, we are watching Werewolf by Night, a special presentation. It's gotten really good reviews, and I've heard nothing but good things, which can be good or bad. Like I like to usually go in with no real preconceived notions, but we got a little late to watching it, so now I've seen people talking. Yeah, I haven't seen like what they're saying, but I've just seen the people saying like how good it is.
And this will be our first, posted on YouTube anyway, our first venture into Halloween-related
Oh, are you
things.
gonna post this one first?
Yeah, because this one's a shorter edit. But we have reacted to Hocus Pocus 2, and that will be going
Coming up at some point
soon. And then we're gonna plan on doing. I mean, probably not too much more because I don't really edit things fast. We're gonna be out of time. But you know, we have a list.
I think like Coraline was definitely on there, and then some of the other options were like Beetlejuice and.
You know, some other disclaimer. We don't do like too horror-y, or at least I don't do too horror-y things.
Horror.
But, you know, we have some, Halloween-ish.
Halloween. Things that we're saying are Halloween.
Yeah. Coraline's not really Halloween, but it's kind of like creepy animated.
But we're still gonna...
But they're, it's always on the countdown to the 13 Nights of Halloween. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah, on what was ABC Family. I don't know what they call it anymore.
Freeform.
But yeah, it was always like Beetlejuice, and maybe not Coraline, but Beetlejuice was on the 13 Nights of Halloween. So, but anyways,
we've talked way more than we usually do on an intro. So, let's take a look. Whoa! Oh, little noir-y version. All right, nice black and white.
I mean, this is like a total 1930s.
Oh yeah.
Werewolf by Night.
Now, is it Werewolf by Night, or is it Werewolf by Night?
The known universe.
I don't know. That's a cool little.
With its heroes and marvels. But what of the darkness?
Mephisto?
In our modern world, this is where monsters dwell. For Ulysses Bloodstone has died.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tonight is his funeral.
Oh, the cool little intro.
Mm-hmm. I like the score. And that's not something I usually pay attention to, but...
I'm sure there's all kinds of Easter eggs.
I'm sure.
In this room. Ooh, dragons. We're getting some dragons in the MCU.
Helps us here.
And there's some color in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's the color. The stone.
The
It's
reality
beauty,
stone.
isn't it?
No, but him I fought a few times. He's never looked so alive.
Whoa.
That guy looks like he's been dead for like 50 years. That is what I want for my funeral.
I do hope my attendance delights you.
What?
Thank you, Verusa, for seeing it through and for shaping our cause like no other. I'll be rotting for you.
I'm sorry, is that the Haunted Mansion?
Oh, forgive me. Graveyard humor.
Can you imagine being at a funeral and then they just like, the body's just all, I'd be like, I'm out.
When I at my funeral, I want to have my body be puppeted.
There is only one bloodstone.
Those who do not survive will be honored appropriately.
Oh, good grief, this is like a fight to the death.
Well, whoever
Tonight,
kills the beast first, you could die from it, I guess.
But they said that, like, you know, she's fair game, so it's like, can you be hunted by the other hunters?
I don't think so. I took that to mean that, like, you know, she's fair game to go out there, and if she kills the beast, then she gets it. Which, by the title, I'm assuming is going to be a werewolf.
Or is that guy a werewolf?
The main guy?
Yeah.
the others.
Maybe he gets bit during this thing, and that's what makes him a werewolf.
It's nice having, like, no knowledge of these characters.
This is the way.
And so it shall be.
He's like,
Like, would you get to the door already so you can stop saying it?
He's like, can you, like, quiet down? I'm trying to listen for the monster.
You know, when we were watching the trailer, I thought I saw TVA agents, but now I'm thinking it's like it's those guys with the little sticks. I don't know, like, they kind of look like TVA agents. Couldn't have just, like, fought them in an open field. There could be some kind of creepy maze thing. Creepy abandoned village, maybe.
Yeah.
Creepier than a music playing on a record in the middle of an abandoned village with a werewolf on the loose.
I suggest we just
Pass each
pass
other
each other
by.
by.
Oh, they kind of
Yeah, I was like... Oh. Fuck. I'm sorry. Why is her
she's
nose
not.
still intact?
Maybe she's a monster.
She's like, give me your weapon. I'm gonna have them all.
Cut off his arm. They can afford to get a little bit more graphic on these because
Yeah.
they don't have to worry about ratings or anything. I mean, they could just put a, you know, put it under the same category as like Daredevil and all that, and
Well, but also with black and white, like, the blood isn't, like, as gory
Vivid.
looking, and yeah. Found
now I've
another
got a
weapon.
little hammer. He's like, I wanted my big old axe. Now I have this tiny little hammer. Like, I'm like baby Thor over here.
I know. He's like, I've named this Mjolnir.
What if? Whoa!
I like how he's, like, best friends with the monster.
Because he's not an actual monster hunter. He's a monster.
He's a werewolf.
He's the Steve Irwin of monsters. I thought it was going to be a werewolf, so maybe he already is a werewolf, and that's why he's friends with monsters.
Oh. An exit strategy.
You had that. You knew about that this whole time.
Just treat him like an old friend. Call him by his name.
Which is?
Ted. He's called Ted.
Ted.
All right. Oh!
Well, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
And you can like burn people's skulls by touching them.
Ted? You have a lovely name.
He's all like, huh?
He's like, what?
You know my name? Because you're a werewolf.
house rules.
That would have been
It's like the episode's over. You have to wait until next
I
year. And
know.
a special
I
part
was like,
two.
that would have been like a good part to like end of episode.
I have to wait until next year to find out what happens.
That'd be worse.
No.
Haunts me every morning when my alarm goes off. I like the shadow. Don't break eye contact.
And her arm just got ripped off. Thing is, with this kind of like framing and style, you don't even have to get like spend too much money on the graphics because we can't even really see them all that well.
I mean, with all the gear and stuff, they still do look like TVA agents.
I mean, the whole style of this is just so well done.
Uh-huh.
Although he does kind of look like the guy from Umbrella Academy. You haven't seen it, but for those of you who have seen Umbrella Academy, he kind of looks like that guy.
He just went all Mike Tyson on that dude.
Oh! All the way fight scene.
Whoa! Now see, for this kind of thing, it makes sense. Oh!
Jeez.
Oh. Just like I just saved your life.
You remember me, right? I didn't break eye contact. You smell me. I saved your life. All good things.
She's like going up to like you go up to like dogs where you're like smell me. I'm good.
friend,
I'm fine. I'm
yes.
fine. It's an interesting way they're using the lighting from the sticks. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna come right now. Oh, it's the other one.
I got to defend my friends.
Good old thing.
He went that way.
I thought this is like the new Groot.
I can't think of food right now. Let's do sushi.
Yeah, a lot of people I think were wanting to see Blade in
Blade
the
in
end
it.
credit. Yeah.
Which, I mean, maybe if Blade was further along, they
Yeah,
might have.
maybe.
But, you know, with it now being pushed back, which, I mean, you know, they didn't know that necessarily when all this was being planned. But they still knew it was at least more than a year out, and now it's more than 2 years out. So they're just like, we're not ready for that yet. I thought it was really good. I liked it.
I liked it a lot, actually. I liked the style. I liked the story, getting, you know, these new characters. I liked a lot of, like, the shots of it, like, with the lighting and the different
framing of
lighting.
it and, like,
and
especially, like, when we're, like, first, like, seeing him as the werewolf, and all you could see was, like, his glowing eyes, and then, like, just a little bit of light was, like, flickering onto his face.
Yeah, and I liked when he
really
was first turning into it, and all you could see was the shadow
on the
behind.
wall.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like a lot of that, a lot of like the shadow stuff was like really cool to see. Yeah, so I mean, I thought it was really well done.
And I really like this special presentation format. Like I said, it's not a series, it's not a movie. It's just a really like short, self-contained. It's almost like a extended version of like a Marvel one shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's something where these characters could come back into play, but at the same time, if it didn't, like, then it is what it is. And which, I mean, Marvel, everything is connected, so I imagine these characters are
I think it's like, what is it, Midnight Suns is what the thing is called, and I think a lot of people are like now like super pumped for it, and they're like, because it has like Blade, and I think like Black Knight, which is Kit Harington's character,
Ghost Rider,
and all that.
I think even like Doctor Strange is a part of it at some point.
So I mean,
but I mean, yeah. So
they don't have to be like in any rush, like where they're like, we got to get But it's like there's always.
But now these characters have been introduced.
Yeah, and there's the option they can pop up in something else. They, I mean, I don't know how. I don't know what the timeline is on this.
I mean, I think this is just like present day, especially now that like they took away the black and white and it was just in color. I was like, okay, now I'm getting a vibe more of like it is just current day. But yeah, I like the length of it. I like it's just like a self-contained little story. I'm like, this is now something that I'll watch every Halloween. I'm like,
yeah, I mean, for sure. And it was, it's definitely something that's rewatchable. It's not like where I was like, oh, okay, I liked it, but like, I probably won't go back. No, this will be something that like, even not at Halloween, if I'm just like in the mood to I'll just watch it. 'Cause like, again, it's not a 3-hour movie. It's not, it's like, it's nice that it's just like this little special presentation. So yeah, the acting was good. The stepmother, I gotta look her up because she looks so freaking familiar. The whole movie, the whole thing.
A little familiar. And I even like the like retro look of everything. Like they didn't like make the werewolf like super CGI or even whatever that other thing's name was.
I didn't know. Ted, yeah. I was like, did it have a name? But yeah, Ted.
And I'm like, it wasn't like overly CGI. It looked like a lot of, obviously they cleaned it up with CGI and things like that. But I was like, a lot of it looked like practical effects and things like that, which, I mean, kind of giving it that 1930s vibe. I'm like, it makes sense that they would go that route. I just thought everything was executed like the best they could. Like there wasn't anything where like, oh, I wish they would have done this. I wish they they could have made this look better. All the spiders actually. The spiders were the only thing where I was like, that didn't look great. I was like,
and the spiders were there for like 2 seconds.
And I mean, that's a very minor complaint. But that was the only thing where I saw it. I was like, oh, that didn't look great. I was like, the spiders kind of looked like they were fake. But yeah, that was like a 3-second thing and really didn't play any relevance to anything else. So
yeah, and it's like I didn't know any of these characters coming into it, so I didn't either. I didn't come in being like, oh, I expect this or I expect that because I know the stories and I know, like whatever. So it was really nice just to come in very blind and not, kind of get to see everything for the first time. And, like the stepmom, she had like Bride of Frankenstein hair because she had like the white piece that was going on. And I was like, is she the Bride of Frankenstein? I was like, I have no idea.
Probably just homage to
probably. But yeah, so it was nice to and I liked the characters. I like Elsa and I like Jack and Ted and I was glad when the stepmother was killed because she was the worst. Which is, I feel like it's kind of done a lot in movies where the stepmother's always like awful.
Lesson of the story, kids, is that stepmothers are always the worst.
I mean, geez, not putting a lot of faith in like remarriages, I guess. I don't know.
Or just step parents in general, because they did call like Thanos like her like stepdad, I think. So even though it's not technically true, he'd be more of like an adoptive dad, but
he's more like the creepy uncle. Yeah.
But
anyways, yeah, so liked it a lot. I hope that this encourages them to do more like special presentations, which Guardians, holiday special is also considered.
But not just that, but I've heard, once again, this is, but a lot of the times the things I hear end up being true.
Well.
I mean, I'm not like my sources. I just mean like things I see online, like
These other people's sources.
Yeah, other people's sources. But that they said that they haven't announced it yet, but that they're going to be converting some of the series into special presentations
Okay.
instead of doing full blown series, and they haven't said which ones or or whether it's even an announced show or an unannounced show. Some people think it's going to be shows that have already been announced, and we just don't. That they're because they converted Armor Wars from a series into a movie, and now they're saying that there's rumors that they're going to be converting some of these other announced series into a special presentation instead.
Yeah, I mean ones that haven't obviously been
which
filmed
is
and
like
stuff.
things like Echo or.
Echo. I thought
Or
Echo.
Ironheart, because Ironheart is being introduced into Black Panther, so maybe she doesn't need a full series since her backstory is already.
Well, and
been
Echo I think
explored.
is already.
And Echo is probably not. They're just.
Well, I'm trying to think. I thought they already started filming, but I could be wrong on that.
They probably have, but so I mean that one could be a series. But I was like maybe Ironheart, since we're already getting a lot of her backstory in Wakanda
we assume
forever.
we're getting a lot of her backstory.
Or but she's being introduced in
She's
that.
being introduced. Yeah.
So they're like, we don't need to do a full series.
And I think
for
she's
her.
supposed to be in Armor Wars too, right?
Yeah,
so,
or at least at one point.
at one
like,
point
it
she was. Yeah.
So maybe they're like, we want to do something with her character that's just like, her title, a story with her being the title character, but not. Maybe they're like, we don't necessarily need to do a full series. Maybe we're gonna do a special presentation and then have her pop up in a bunch of different.
Well, and it could be
things
something that leads up to like Armor Wars. Like this
And
is
it
the
could
story
be.
where now she's in contact with Rhodey, and like this,
Yeah.
which like I'm fine with. Some of these, I feel like there were
because there
some
are
series,
a lot where I'm like,
there are
like,
some
there's a
series
lot
where
of-
I'm like, that didn't need to be a whole series. But yeah, so I mean, I do look forward to seeing more special presentations, and hopefully, you get, like you said, that like really like succinct like story. Like it's not like they're trying to drag things out or so
We'll see.
we'll see. Let us know what you guys thought. Why do I keep phrasing things weird? Let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.